It is 2 a.m. The house is completely silent. The only sound you can hear is the ticking of the clock or the distant hum of the refrigerator. You are exhausted. Your body feels heavy, like it's made of stone. Your eyes are burning, dry and gritty, and you are begging, pleading internally for sleep to just come and take you. But your brain is wide awake. It's not just awake, it's running a marathon. It's replaying a conversation from 10 years ago, analyzing every word. It's worrying about a bill that's due tomorrow or a doctor's appointment next week. It's just refusing to shut down. The more you try to force it, the more defiant it becomes. You stare at the ceiling, watch the shadows shift, and feel a deep, familiar frustration settle in. Does this sound familiar? If you are nodding your head, or even just thinking, yes, in the quiet of your mind, I want you to know something important right now, before we go any further. You are not broken, and you are not alone. This experience, this specific brand of nighttime agony, is one of the most common things I hear about. There's a pervasive myth that as we get older, we just need less sleep, that our bodies require less rest, that lying awake for hours is just a normal part of aging. I am here to tell you with absolute certainty that this is a myth, a dangerous, frustrating myth. Your body, your brain, your very cells need just as much restorative sleep now as they ever did. The problem isn't that you need less sleep. The problem is that the mechanism for getting it has changed. The switch has gotten a little rusty. Think of your sleep-wake cycle as a beautiful, old-fashioned switch. On one side is alertness, wakefulness, day. On the other is deep, restorative sleep. For most of your life, that switch moved smoothly. At night, chemicals like melatonin would rise, gently pushing the lever towards sleep. In the morning, cortisol would rise, clicking it back to awake. But as time passes, that mechanism can wear. The melatonin signal isn't as strong or as timely as it once was. The chemicals that should fade away at night, like cortisol, sometimes linger, keeping the switch stuck in the alert position, even when every other part of you is desperate for off. You're lying in the dark, but your internal chemistry is still broadcasting daytime news. But here is the good news, the truly hopeful news. You can retrain that switch. You can clean those contacts. You can speak the language of your own nervous system and persuade it to settle. You don't necessarily need heavy sleeping pills that leave you in a fog the next day, feeling unsteady and disconnected. You don't need expensive gadgets or complicated routines. What you need is understanding and a set of simple physiological keys. Tonight, we are going to go through 5 of those keys. These are not just tips or tricks in the casual sense. These are science-backed, physiology-first techniques designed to do 3 very specific things: lower your heart rate, bore your busy brain into submission, and physically melt the tension out of your muscles. We are going to trick your body into doing what it naturally wants to do, but has simply forgotten how to initiate. The first technique is a breathing method used by doctors to trigger instant calm. The third is a mental game that can stop racing thoughts in their tracks. And the fifth is a method developed for soldiers to help them fall asleep under extreme stress in noisy, uncomfortable trenches. If it can work there, I promise you, it can work in your comfortable bed. So, if you're ready, if you're lying there or sitting there hoping for a different outcome tonight, let's begin. Turn off the lights if they're on, get as comfortable as you can. Let's reclaim this night. Let's start with the most powerful tool you own. It's free, it's always with you, and it can change your state in less than 60 seconds. It's your breath. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I know how to breathe. I've been doing it my whole life. But this is different. This isn't just breathing, it's deliberate, rhythmic communication with your nervous system. When you can't sleep, your system is usually stuck in what's called fight or flight. It's a low-grade alarm state. Your heart might be beating a little too fast. Your mind is on high alert, scanning for problems. You cannot force this state to switch off with willpower. Trying to make yourself sleep is like trying to force yourself to digest food faster. It's an involuntary process, but you can force the switch. You do it by changing the pattern of your breath. By making your exhale significantly longer than your inhale, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system. You physically flip a biological switch that tells the deepest parts of your brain, the all clear has been sounded. We are safe, we can stand down. The specific rhythm is called the 4-7-8 method. Here is exactly how to do it. You can do this sitting up or, ideally, lying down in bed. First, take the tip of your tongue and place it against the ridge of tissue just behind your upper front teeth. Try to keep it there gently for the entire exercise. This creates a specific pathway for the air. Now follow this pattern. Start by exhaling completely through your mouth, making a soft whoosh sound. Empty your lungs. Then, close your mouth and inhale quietly and slowly through your nose to a mental count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel the cool air coming in, filling your lungs. Now, hold that breath. Hold it for a count of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't strain, just hold it comfortably. Finally, exhale completely through your mouth with that same whoosh sound to a count of 8. Let it all out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's try it together right now. Don't just listen. Do it with me. Get comfortable. Ready? Close your mouth. Inhale quietly through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now exhale slowly, smoothly, through your mouth. Whoosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Let's do it again. This time focus on the sensations. Inhale through the nose, 4 counts. Feel your chest and belly expand gently. Hold for 7. Feel the oxygen circulating, nourishing your cells. Exhale for 8. Feel the release, the letting go, the shoulders dropping. One more time, with me. Inhale, 4. Hold, 7. Exhale, 8. When you do this in bed, aim for just 4 cycles of this breath. No more is needed to initiate the effect. By the time you reach that 4th long exhale, you will likely notice a tangible shift. Your heart rate will have slowed. A sense of heaviness might begin in your limbs. It acts as a natural side effect-free tranquilizer for your nervous system. And if you wake up at 3 a.m., heart pounding with some random worry, don't reach for the clock. Don't check your phone. Just go right into this breath. 4 cycles. It's your first and most portable key. Now let's move to the second key. This one is for anyone who feels physically restless. You know that feeling? You can't get comfortable. You flip the pillow to the cool side, but it's not enough. The sheets feel wrong, your legs feel twitchy, or you have a vague ache you can't pinpoint. This happens because, even in repose, we are often holding tremendous subconscious tension in our muscles. You might be clenching your jaw, tightening your shoulders, gripping with your toes, or holding your abdomen tight, all without any awareness of it. Your mind's anxiety manifests as physical brace. The technique is called progressive muscle relaxation, and its concept is beautifully simple. You cannot voluntarily relax a muscle you do not consciously feel is tense. So, we are going to deliberately create tension and then deliberately release it. We are going to teach your body the profound difference between the two states. We'll do a simulation now. Imagine you are lying in bed on your back. Start at the very bottom of your body, your feet. Curl your toes downward, hard. Point them away from your face. Tighten the arches of your feet. Squeeze every muscle in your calves. Hold that tension. Really feel it. Study it. It might even tremble a little. Hold it for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Let your feet go completely limp. Let them flop open. Feel the warmth, the tingling, the blood rushing back. Feel how incredibly heavy they become against the mattress. They are no longer under your command. They are just weight. Now move up to your thighs and buttocks. Squeeze your thigh muscles tightly. Press your knees together if you're on your back. Tighten your buttocks as if you're trying to hold a coin between them. Hold this full lower body tension. Feel the strain and release. Let everything go. Feel your legs sink down as if they are melting into the bed. They should feel like dead weight, warm and inert. Move to your hands and arms. Make tight fists. Clench them. Tighten your forearms, your biceps. Imagine you are squeezing juice from something. Hold that gripping tension and release. Open your fingers wide, then let them go loose. Wiggle them slightly if you need to. Feel a gentle warmth in your palms. Your arms are now heavy ropes lying beside you. Now the grand central station of tension, your shoulders and neck. Pull your shoulders up towards your ears. Shrug them as high as they can go. Tighten your neck muscles. Make a turtle trying to go into its shell. Hold this miserable familiar tension, and then drop it. Let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Imagine they are dropping down towards your hips. Feel the space that opens up between your neck and the pillow. Feel the strain drain away. Finally, your face. We hold a lifetime of expression here. Squeeze your eyes tightly shut. Wrinkle your nose. Clench your jaw tightly. Bite down. Make the most ridiculous tense face you can. Hold it and let it all go. Let your jaw hang slack. Your lips slightly parted. Let your tongue rest heavily on the floor of your mouth. Smooth out your forehead. Imagine your eyelashes are too heavy to lift. Do this full scan from toes to head. You don't have to do every single muscle group every night, but the full sequence is powerful. By the time you reach your face, your body should feel profoundly different, heavy, warm, and loose. It is physiologically very difficult for your mind to remain in a state of high alarm when your body is broadcasting waves of physical safety and release. Now, let's address the king of all sleep thieves, the racing mind, the mental circus that starts the moment the lights go out. You lie down, and suddenly your brain decides it's the perfect time to review your entire financial history, rehearse conversations you'll never have, or solve problems that are utterly unsolvable at 2 a.m. Telling your brain to stop thinking is futile. It's like telling a heart to stop beating. The command itself creates more activity. You need a different strategy: distraction through deliberate, boring, nonsensical engagement. You need to tire out the thinking brain by giving it a pointless, low-stakes task. This technique is called cognitive shuffling. It was developed by a researcher who understood that the brain, in the transition to sleep, begins to think in random, fragmented images, like the snippets of dreams. We can simulate that state to trigger the transition. Here's how you do it. Pick a simple, neutral word. Let's use the word bedtime. Now, you are going to take each letter of that word, one by one, and for each letter you will think of as many common nouns starting with that letter as you can, and you will visualize each one for a few seconds. Don't just say the word, see the image. Make it simple, vivid, and still. Start with B. Picture a bear, a big brown bear, maybe standing by a river. See its fur, see it swipe at the water. Next, a ball, a red rubber ball, bouncing on concrete. Next, a baby, a sleeping baby in a crib, wrapped in a blue blanket. Next, a boat, a simple wooden rowboat floating on a calm lake. When you run out of B words easily, move to the next letter. E, elephant, a large gray elephant with big floppy ears. Egg, a white egg frying in a pan, the yolk bright yellow. Envelope, a white letter-sized envelope with no writing on it. Then D, dog, a golden retriever running in a field. Door, a plain brown wooden door. Drum, a single drum with light reflecting off its surface. Why does this work? It works because the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that does planning, worrying, and linear thinking, cannot maintain focus on such a random, rapidly shifting, and meaningless sequence. It gets bored. It gives up. You are essentially creating noise on the worry channel. You're mimicking the pre-sleep mental state so convincingly that your brain thinks, oh, we're already starting the dream logic. I guess it's time to shut down the executive functions. If you wake up in the night with a worry looping, don't fight it. Just pick a new word. Garden. G, grass. A, apple. R, rope. I promise you, you will rarely make it to the end of a 7-letter word before the mental fatigue sets in and pulls you under. The fourth technique is a preventative measure. It's something you do not in bed, but about 30 to 60 minutes before you intend to sleep. Computer scientists talk about RAM, random access memory. When your computer has too many programs and browser tabs open, it slows down, it whirs, it overheats, and it can't function properly. Your brain has its own RAM. Throughout the day, it keeps dozens of tabs open: reminders, worries, ideas, tasks, fragments of conversations. If you climb into bed with all these tabs still open, your brain, fearing you'll forget something important, tries to keep them all running in the background all night. It's a terrible waste of energy, and the primary reason you wake up feeling like you ran a mental marathon in your sleep. You need to close the tabs. You need what I call a worry dump. This requires a simple notebook and a pen. Keep it by your favorite chair or on your nightstand. In the evening, during your wind-down period, sit down and open it. You will make 2 columns. The first column is titled The Worry. The second column is titled The Very Next Step. This is critical. You are not solving the entire problem. You are simply identifying the single, concrete, immediate next action required. It transfers the burden from the emotional, overwhelmed part of your brain to the logical planning part and then onto the paper. For example, worry. I need to make a dentist appointment. I'm afraid I might need a root canal, and I don't know if my insurance covers it. The very next step. Call Dr. Smith's office tomorrow at 9 a.m. and ask for an appointment and a benefits check. Write that down. Worry. The roof has that leak near the chimney. What if it causes major damage this winter? The very next step. Ask my neighbor Bob on Tuesday if he can recommend the roofer he used. Worry. I felt short with my granddaughter on the phone today. I hope I didn't hurt her feelings. The very next step. Send her a funny text message with an emoji in the morning. By writing down the next step, you give your subconscious a contract. You are telling it, it is documented. We have a plan. The responsibility for remembering this is now on this page, not in our active memory. You are officially off duty. The physical act of writing is key. It's a sensory motor activity that reinforces the transfer. When you close the notebook and put the pen down, do it with intention. You can even say to yourself, the office is now closed. We reopen at 9 a.m. This ritual powerfully signals closure to your psyche. Finally, we come to the fifth key. This is the one born from necessity, from the most demanding conditions imaginable. It was developed for and popularized by military pilots. They needed a way to fall asleep quickly, on demand, in loud, dangerous, and intensely stressful environments. In the cockpit before a mission, in noisy barracks, in the field. If this method can help someone fall asleep sitting up in a roaring aircraft hangar, it can most certainly help you in your quiet, comfortable bed. It's often called the military sleep method, and it's a masterful combination of deep physical relaxation and specific mental focus. It takes practice, perhaps a week or two of consistent effort, but once mastered, it becomes a reliable superpower. Here are the steps, broken down. The entire process should take about 2 minutes. Step 1, relax the entire face. This is more detailed than our earlier face relaxation. Close your eyes, breathe slowly and evenly, relax all 43 muscles in your face, let your forehead go completely smooth, let your eyelids be heavy, not squeezed, relax your cheeks, let your jaw hang loose so your lips may part slightly, let your tongue rest heavy and soft on the bottom of your mouth, unclench your teeth, imagine your face is made of soft wax, melting gently from your scalp downward. A relaxed face is the most critical signal to your nervous system that all is well. Step 2. Drop your shoulders. Let them fall as low as they can go. Feel the tension drain out of your neck. Let your hands go limp, palms up or down beside your body. There should be no energy in your arms whatsoever. Step 3. The exhale and release. As you exhale your next breath, relax your chest. Feel it sink. Then, moving deliberately, relax your legs. Start with your right thigh. Think, my right thigh is heavy and relaxed. Then your right calf, then your right foot. Do the same for the left leg. Let them feel loose, as if they are gently sinking through the mattress. Step 4, the mental clearing. This is the core. For 10 seconds, you must clear your mind. Do not think about your day, your family, your worries. The method suggests holding one of 2 static, boring mental images. You choose which works for you. Image 1, you are lying in a canoe on a perfectly calm, glassy lake. The sky above you is a clear, endless, pale blue. There are no clouds, no birds, just serene blue in every direction. Focus on the color blue, nothing else. Image 2, you are lying in a pitch-black room in a comfortable black velvet hammock. The darkness is total, velvety, and deep. You see nothing but soothing, consummate blackness. If, as you try to hold this image, a thought intrudes, did I lock the door? You do not follow it. Instead, the method has a brilliantly simple counter. You silently, calmly repeat the phrase, don't think, don't think, don't think, over and over again for about 10 seconds. This isn't a struggle. It's a gentle mantra that blocks other verbal thoughts. It creates a wall of harmless noise. You then return to your blue sky or your black velvet. The combination of profound physical passivity and a mentally blank or repetitively occupied mind is overwhelmingly powerful. Sleep is not a choice you make. It is a state you allow. This method creates the perfect conditions for allowance. Before we finish, there is one final golden rule that makes all of these techniques work better. It's about your environment, specifically temperature. Many people, especially as they age, keep their bedrooms too warm. You might feel colder due to circulation changes, and a cozy, warm room feels comforting. But to initiate sleep, your core body temperature actually needs to drop by about 1 to 2 degrees Fahrenheit. This drop is a key signal that triggers sleep onset. If your room is too warm, your body cannot shed that heat. It's stuck at daytime temperature. The science-backed ideal sleeping temperature is between 65 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, about 18 to 19 Celsius. I know that can sound chilly. Here's the magic trick. Keep the room cool, but make yourself warm. Use a warm blanket, a duvet, a comforter, and crucially, wear socks. Warm feet are a secret weapon. When your feet are warm, the blood vessels in your extremities dilate, vasodilation. This process actually helps release your core body heat out through your skin, cooling you down internally. The cool room welcomes that heat. The warm socks and blankets keep you comfortable while your core does its necessary cooling. It's a perfect, gentle biological trick. So turn the thermostat down and pile on the blankets. Create that temperature gradient. We have covered a lot of ground together tonight. These are your keys. The breath that flips the switch, the muscle melt that releases the body, the brain scramble that quiets the mind, the worry dump that clears the desk, and the military method that combines it all into a precise routine, aided by the cool room and warm socks. This is your toolkit. You are not at war with your own body. You are not broken. You are simply out of practice with a language you once knew fluently. Be patient with yourself. You might not master all of these tonight. You might try the breathing and find your mind still wanders. That's okay. Come back tomorrow. Try the cognitive shuffle. The goal is not perfection on the first attempt. The goal is to build a new habit, a new relationship with the onset of sleep. Your body wants to sleep. It yearns for that restoration. We are just helping it remember the pathway, clearing the overgrown trail back to a natural healing state. So tonight begin. Start with just one cycle of the 4-7-8 breath. Feel the shift, notice it, trust it. This is you, speaking gently to your own nervous system, telling it that the day is done, the work is complete, and it is safe to rest. The night is yours to reclaim. Good night.